It's work time. Hi, this is part 2 of my devlog series, so if you haven't seen my last part, it would be greatly appreciated if you went back and watched it, and if you watched the last one, then welcome back. Anyways, let's get into the actual devlog now. I was wanting to make this game a roguelike, but after some thinking, I decided to make it an endless high score type game. The reason I did this is because I think a roguelike is way too big of a scope for basically my first game. A good example of too big scope, from my experience, is Convert It Into Turds. Excuse the name, I was like 8 when I tried to make it. Convert It Into Turds is going to be a roguelike with this cool mechanic where you would eat before going into the dungeon, and based on what you ate and how much you ate, you'd have that much amount of ammo. For example, if you ate Taco Bell or something, you would get plus a few ammo, but the ammo has splash damage with that turd. Anyways, it was basically my first project and I had almost no experience, so it just kinda died. Sorry I kinda rambled there, but yeah, that's why. So because I was gonna make a high score game, I needed a score counter, so I made some text at the top of the screen that goes up every second. I wanted to add the squash and stretch to the jump animation because the jump quote-unquote animation was just a still frame. I tried for a while to get something I liked, but it just never worked, so I scrapped the idea and made everything normal again. Or so I thought. I eventually fixed the bug and started to make enemies infinitely spawn. Then I made a new system for damaging things because the old one was kind of strange. But my new way wasn't working. When you kill an enemy, the game would just crash. Not only that, because of this, the gun was floating behind the player. I fixed the crashing problem, but while I'm writing this script, I still haven't fixed the problem. But a lot of good game ideas have come from bugs, and mine is no exception. Okay, well, I'm not going to compare my idea of a drone gun behind you to Devil May Cry, Ape Out, and others, but I think the idea is alright. So yeah, because of that, my game has a name, and that name is, drumroll please, Drun. Okay, now, I know it's kind of cheesy, it's just gun plus drone, but it's the best I can come up with. I also made it so that every 50 points, the color of the score changes. And I only coded in colors till 300, so you need to survive 5 minutes to get the final color. Now, the score still goes up after that, so you can still get totally tubular high scores. I also implemented the feature of the enemies, actually hurting you. I just made a simple hurt box around them, and added knockback when you get hit by them. Very simple enemy. While implementing this, I had a very strange bug where when you shot your gun, you would take damage. Also, I went to get some food and forgot I left the game running and came back to this monstrosity. Then I messed around with some variables to make the gun not so static in the air. Then I had the strange idea to have a bunch of spikes sticking out of the enemy, so you'd have to shoot through the tiny space between the spikes to hit the enemy to add more challenge. I added it, but there was a problem. The bullets couldn't interact with the spike. Now, I think I know the problem, but it's the type of problem where you know what's wrong, but there's just no way to fix it. Now, let me clarify something. I am a beginner programmer, so maybe I just don't know something, but what I think is that I can't fix it. At least with my current setup. I think I have to change the node type to fix it, I guess. So, yeah, that's the end of today's video. Bye!